I'm out in the woodland for the first time in what feels like absolutely ages. I've come to a local woodland this morning with Steve staying. It's a woodland I've frequented quite a lot in the past, but I don't tend to come here a great deal in summer because it can be very overgrown and not very inspiring to photograph, for me at least. However, having said that, I've been watching a lot of Simon Booth's videos recently, and he's very, very good at picking out these really small sort of detailed scenes within the woodland. And yeah, I thought I'd try and have a go at that myself. But when walking along, and I've noticed this tree which has got this little growth coming out of the middle of it there, and this lovely bit of moss with a lovely bit of golden sidelight coming in and just kissing it. So I'm in it about 100 mil, and really going for quite a detailed scene here. I might go for sort of a 4x5 crop, just incorporating kind of the bottom section here and just cutting off here. And what I'm not doing is I'm not putting any of the background in the scene. It really is quite a tight, intimate scene. I don't know if it works. It's not something I've done before, but I do like the light on it, and I do like the composition that I've got. I'm placing the leaves there on the top left-hand third. Yeah, I quite like it. I'm going to walk around a bit more, see if I can find more shots. I might even try and incorporate some more of the wider shots. We have got some lovely backlight on some of the leaves at the moment, so yeah, I should come out into the woodland more often in summer. It's beautiful, beautiful, still, calm morning. So for myself as a landscape photographer, I'm in a pretty weird position. As you can see, I've got the camera pointing straight down to the ground. And kudos to Steve for spotting this. As we were walking along, he just spotted this, this bracken here. And it's got this little leaf. It looks a bit like a small oak leaf to me, just sitting on top of the bracken. But what really caught his eye was there's a few little water droplets on it, which really, really is quite nice. I'm at f16, pretty much at 105 mil, as I say, looking straight down, and I'm probably going to go up for sort of like a 4x5 crop on this, but I love the strong diagonals and the detail in the ferns, the bracken and the stems of the bracken sort of leading through towards the leaf there. Definitely not my normal sort of photography, but I could get really used to this. It's really, really nice. Just being very careful with how I've positioned the camera here. Trying to get on exactly the same sort of focal plane as the leaf itself, and obviously the bracken surrounding it. It is ever so slightly falling out of focus towards the edges of the frame because the bracken kind of comes up at a slight angle. But I don't mind that, because the detail, the interest that I want to keep the viewer's eye on here is that sort of kind of central section there with the leaf and the stem surrounding it. So yeah, I really like this. I'll pop it on screen now.
Hey, I found my heart. I found my heart again. You were standing there, you bravely let me in. I could wait a million years or more until you came knocking at my door. It's hard to be this real. We can play our favorite song, dancing to it all night long with you.
The light is really quite harsh now, but you can kind of just see behind me why. Sometimes a good idea if you come in the woodland to shoot towards the sun, because the light, backlighting that tree over there is absolutely stunning. Unfortunately, there's not a shot because there's lots of holly bushes around it. It's just a bit messy, to be honest with you, but we're going to walk up this way a bit and see if we can try and find something similar, because that is beautiful.
I found a star in you, always guiding me to where my words are true. I've waited a million years And I'd do it all again just to make sure. Yeah, it's hard to be, it's hard to be this real. We can play our favorite song, dancing to it all night long. With you I feel something, 'cause we're both so unashamed. We're not playing any games, yeah, it's hard to be.
All right, Steve's gone and left me. He's got a job he's got to go and do. But I have framed up an image here. I don't know if it works. It's quite abstract. But basically, as I was talking about back there, when you're shooting towards the sun, you can quite often get the sun backlighting a lot of the leaves, which really looks quite special. And what I like about this scene here, and I'm not including any of the ground, I'm basically shooting a telephoto right up into the canopy of the trees here. But they've got some lovely shapes to them. I think they're oak trees, but you've got like a bit of a kink to this one in the immediate foreground, and obviously the ones in the background as well. I've got this sort of lovely sort of fork shape. It's quite nice. I don't know if it works as a photo. What I've had to do with this as well, I've gone into APS-C mode because when I was at full frame mode, I was in around nearly 300mm. Which meant that I was going to have to focus stack it, and there is a bit of a breeze today, so that just wouldn't have worked. Trying to focus stack some, moving leaves. So got into APS-C mode. I managed to get it nice and sharp throughout the entire frame. At f16, I've bumped my ISO up to 1000, so I can get a shutter speed of 1/80, just to make sure that I can freeze those leaves as much as possible. So yeah, like I say, it's a beautiful scene. I don't know if it works as a photo. But either way, I'll pop it on screen and let me know what you think in the comments. I'm gonna still walk around a bit more. It's getting quite harsh light, as you can probably see on my face. But yeah, it's good to get out in the woodland. It's been ages since I've got out. I really do miss it. You find me in another strange position for a landscape photographer. And another really close up scene here. I found this piece of bracken on this dead tree stump here, which is covered in this moss. And there's a few little red berries dotted around as well. What I'm doing is I'm getting the one half of the bracken there, which is creating a lovely strong diagonal right across the middle of the frame. But these little leaves coming off the main piece of bracken there are kind of pointing in towards these berries. What I'm doing is I'm being very, very careful with the sun, because at the moment I've got very, very bright hot spots on here, which I don't think works. So what I've been doing is I've been waiting for the cloud to pass just to create a lovely bit of very soft, subtle light, which I think makes this stand out a lot more. But I do love that contrast between the red berries, the moss here, and the actual bracken itself. So as I say, I don't know if this works, but I'm enjoying trying. So I'll put it on screen now, but I think I'm probably done for the morning. I've really, really enjoyed this. If you are struggling with woodland photography in summer, which can be quite difficult, try something like this. Experiment, because you never know what you'll come back with, and you might really enjoy it. I've really enjoyed this morning, as I say. So yeah, give it a go. It really does teach you to really, really slow down, which is one of the key qualities, I think, of a good woodland photographer, is taking it really slow and just trying to find those compositions. Because I know when I first started, I would run through the woodlands trying to find compositions, and you come back more often than not quite disappointed with what you've got. So if you really slow down and take the time to try and find those compositions, you'll come back very, very happy with some of the photos that you get. I think I'm going to end it here. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider giving us a like. And if you've really enjoyed it, it would really help if you subscribe to the channel. And yeah, if you have any comments, please put them below. I love reading and responding to your responses. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.